somebody who's played in this stadium, and I haven't checked the facts, but I think I know my eras and will have won in this stadium. Owen Hargreaves.
Oh, one of the best places in the world for football. The atmosphere at this place is really special. I mean, Antonio Conte, this Inter team is such a good team. Yes, I'm so well drilled.
Dortmund who get things going, and Owen will be completely impartial tonight, unlike on Saturday, when Der Klassiker is played in Munich. Bayern against Borussia Dortmund is coming your way, actually, on BT Sport this coming weekend.
Yeah, and I feel for a friend of mine, Niko Kovac, just lost his job. A lot of change really there at Bayern Munich, but I think Dortmund this year, they were looking to push Bayern Munich, haven't really had some of their own issues, but this is a really talented Dortmund team.
And they've got a free kick. And you could hear the howl of Achraf Hakimi, who was just completely taken out by Biraghi, who quite rightly has got the first yellow card of the match.
Well, that's the issue with Hakimi. He's so quick. I mean, that is, without question, a yellow card. Really poor challenge. He's just too quick, Hakimi. He's too quick for everyone, whether he's playing as a left-back or a right-back. Really good player. That's going to be an issue for Antonio Conte.
Big issue for Cristiano Biraghi so early on in the match. Less than 1 minute in, and he gets a booking. And he's going to have Jadon Sancho running at him for quite a lot of the evening too.
Well, especially the way Hakimi likes to get forward as well. He's going to be under a lot of pressure, Biraghi.
It's going to go through easily for Handanovic. Talking of yellow cards, Nicola Barella of Inter is the only player who's one booking away from a ban. Lucien Favre, the coach of Borussia Dortmund, turned 62 on Saturday, celebrated with a 3-0 win against Wolfsburg. And a glass of red wine, apparently, later in the evening.
Well, I think this is a really talented Dortmund team. His experience, it's a good blend. Got Mats Hummels in the back as well.
Said it before when watching Borussia Dortmund games in the Champions League and in the Bundesliga. For football fans of whatever team, you have to have it on your bucket list to come to this stadium at least once and experience a very unique atmosphere.
I went there once when they were last in the Bundesliga. I think under Jurgen Klopp. They were last an hour before the game. This place was full and it was rocking. I mean, the atmosphere is just, you're right, it's a must-see for any football fan, it really is.
I first attended at 16 and saw them lose 4-1 at home to Werder Bremen. Very different times for me and them. Sancho's given it away. Recovered to find his goalkeeper, Roman Bürki. It's a very high line that Inter have started with. Antonio Conte was actually asked in the press conference yesterday, mindful that a draw would suit Inter better, about his team's approach, and he was a little bit miffed by that. Just said whoever expects a defensive game from us is wrong. We don't change home or away.
Well, one thing they don't change, they work incredibly hard. Antonio Conte's teams are so well organised, well drilled, that back three. And they're so good up top now with Lukaku and Martinez, pose such a threat.
Referee's going to bring play back here. Inter have some sorting out to do amongst themselves, it seems. They're having words back there with Sancho taken out. Skriniar with the block. Antonio Conte didn't mind that.
Well, he knows how quick the Dortmund players transition. Those fouls probably going to be important for his team today when they get turned around.
Do not be confused, incidentally, by the black and yellow attire that the Inter boss is wearing. Myself and Owen were a little distracted at the start when Inter's players came out for the warm-up in black and yellow training kit. There's only one team in black and yellow in this place. Bürki up and out. Handanovic. It's It's a rotten start for Borussia Dortmund as Lautaro Martinez continues what he's been doing for Inter all season long.
This is Inter
Scored for a third successive Champions League game. First player to do that for Inter since Samuel Eto'o almost a decade ago.
Well, that's how they attack.
Suspect you have mixed feelings if you're Lukaku. Had the chance for a goal on a plate, but there was no way Martinez was ever going to pass.
Yeah, I think in the moment where he could have played it, his head was still down. He was trying to get round Hummels. He probably did the right thing, really.
Borussia Dortmund will come back. Didn't reach Götze in the middle. It was turned away by de Vrij. We've already seen how quickly they counter when they do.
Defensively, in possession, it's a back three with wing backs.
Little shake of the head from Lucien Favre, as though Inter have given him a problem he hadn't accounted for in his pre-match notes. That's gone Borussia Dortmund's way.
Well, that's the problem for Dortmund. It's just the intensity at which they press, and they just get after you. Conte's team's so famous for it. That's great from Vecino. Just gives away a foul.
Weigl. Sancho have to hurry to get away from Barella. Witsel. Schultz. Sancho. Not quite enough on that pass.
He's playing very narrow today, Sancho. Normally you see him out wide. He's very central.
Yes, Lukaku. 9 goals for Inter already. This is his 14th appearance. Martinez just behind him on 8 now. And the subject of a conversation between myself and Owen pre-match, in which Owen, you were still expressing disbelief that Manchester United sold him.
Well, the thing is, everybody criticised him in the Premier League. He couldn't hold the ball up. Now, virtually every attack from Inter starts with a long ball into Lukaku. And he's been brilliant so far this season for Inter. Obviously, his confidence, and there were some issues there at United, but to not replace him just seems strange.
Hakimi. Akanji. Martinez will make Burki hurry. Schultz. Brandt, he had to do well to keep possession. Hakimi's moving forward in support of Sancho here.
There's nobody for him to hit in the box. He looked up.
Might be something on now. Götze couldn't shift it through. It wouldn't drop for Brandt. Breathless pace to the game in the opening 11 minutes. Seen a few Champions League group games like this already this season. Group games played like knockout games. Sancho. Götze's wanting it. Now he moves into the middle, and that's going to be Handanovic's all day. Very reliable and calm, solid presence in the Inter goal for some time now.
And he's definitely got something. He's built something quite special already. He's only been there a few months. Great goalkeeper in Handanovic. Godian's a great addition to this side. Good shape defensively, shown good midfield and great attackers.
Martinez is after that. Given away by Akanji. He was in the right place to head it away next time. Witsel to Brandt. Sancho started to cut in from the right. by Godin. Hazard has another go. That's Candreva. Let's take a quick check at how the group stands right now, because earlier on in Group F, it finished Barcelona 0, Slavia Prague 0. So with that early goal from Lautaro Martinez, Inter have gone into clear second place. It's quite often match day 4 when you start to see who the top two are going to be.
I think that's what we always said as players: win your home games, nick something away from home, and you're qualified. Dortmund can't afford to lose this game.
Hakimi engineers a throw for Borussia Dortmund. They've only won 3 of their last 11 European home games, which is something I found surprising when I read that. They actually haven't scored in their last 3. Brandt has managed to work it to Schultz. Weigl, Sancho, and Inter players look across and wonder why the offside flag wasn't raised.
Well, he did well, Sancho, really, just to make anything of the ball that was a bit long. But again, Brandt's not in the box, Götze is not in there, Hazard's not in there.
Effectively playing without anybody we would call a striker.
Well, no, essentially they've got almost 2 false nines, and Brandt and Götze, they're playing quite level with each other. 2 best creators in the Bundesliga, and Hazard and Sancho either side. But their top scorer, Oksar, he's on the bench.
Could call it 4-2-4, could call it 4-6-0.
Yeah, I think it's a double false nine. We haven't seen many of those, have we?
Double false 9. We get new terms every season.
Everybody's making up new terms nowadays, aren't they?
Here's Schultz. Brandt. Witsel had to be strong, and he was just pulled at by Lautaro Martinez. Alexis Sanchez, of course, joined Inter from Manchester United, as Romelu Lukaku did just before the season started, but he was ruled out of action after just 4 appearances with a bad ankle injury. Hakimi wins a corner.
Again, that was really good play from Dortmund. But again, Hakimi looks up, there isn't anybody hit. And by the time there is somebody in the box, the opportunity had gone, Inter were back in.
Hazard Jr. will take the corner. Torgan scored his first goal for Dortmund at the weekend, one of the 3 that they had got against Wolfsburg. Look how quickly Inter will move now. Martinez. Candreva is directly in front of him. Through the middle was Barella.
There's more goals than this for Inter. Dortmund just attack with so many numbers. And they're so direct into when they turn over possession.
Weigl. So narrow from Borussia Dortmund. Now Sancho's pulling wide, but look what they have to get through.
I don't think any of the Dortmund players want to get anywhere near that back 3. Get up against them. There's no targets really for the midfield players to hit. Not making runs in behind. That's their one advantage, Dortmund. They're quicker.
Weigl seemed to miss kick. I think he got his boot caught in the turf for a second there. Here's Hakimi. Brandt. There's a little bit of space on the left-hand side for Nico Schultz. Hazard.
Good play. Lovely ball out wide. Brandt. Hakimi picks out good, so that's a great touch in the box. Just keeps it so close to him. Handanovic, such an important goalkeeper. Makes good, important saves.
That reminded me of Manchester City's opening goal in the Premier League at the weekend against Southampton. No luck with the crosses in, so they tried the low hard ball into the box. Difference was in that game Aguero netted. Gonna have another go, same route. Borussia Dortmund fans appreciate the efforts.
That's the issue. Maybe that's why Sancho's coming a bit deeper. They're so compact into the back five, then the midfield three in front. It's so difficult to play against, find space.
Conte is true to his word. They don't change the way they play. Certainly never changes his system wherever he's coach.
But still, essentially, they are a defensive team. They defend first.
Just don't let him hear you say that.
No, he knows it. Look, the man has success everywhere he's been. Juventus, Chelsea, and he gets results. And his greatest achievement, his players work exceptionally hard every game for him.
Dortmund will certainly make them work for the rest of this. Witsel. Sancho. Weigl. Here's Schultz. Lifted over towards Hazard. Godin's header goes straight to Brandt. Lenny's shot had to be taken early.
Crowd are getting just a bit edgy. I don't think you're going to score from there against this Inter defence, and Handanovic. Have to be something truly special.
Martinez just bullied Manuel Akanji there. And outstripped Hummels.
He just can't go. He can't get underneath the ball, Akanji. If he's not going to win, he's got to stay in behind. Let him have it in front.
Axel Witsel. Coming in so the wrong way. He was off balance as he struck.
Impressive. Really impressive, this Inter team. They defend first, but when they attack, they get there and there's end product to it. Ínez looks lively, involved in everything.
Weigl did take the ball. The referee demonstrates that to us. Barella also took the ball. Martinez is putting every Borussia Dortmund defender under pressure. Now Brandt. It has come to Sancho by hook or by crook. And not enough. Skriniar. Biragi. Lukaku. Excellent hold-up play again. Lukaku! He has a look to check whether he was onside. He was onside.
Watch this ball.
No, he wasn't.
He's way off.
He wasn't.
But just the vision. Just the initial attack, get it up to Lukaku, hold it up, bring other players into play. There's Matthias Sammer. Some of the directors at Borussia Dortmund, they know they're in for a tough night.
Sammer looks a bit glum right now.
This Inter team are the real deal.
We do know that wouldn't have stood with VAR having a look at that, so the assistant did do the right thing to let the play go. Only put your flag up if you're absolutely certain.
Well, I think one thing feels for certain, there's more goals than this for Inter.
Lukaku has demonstrated in the last couple of minutes exactly the point you were making earlier about how well he can hold the ball up.
Well, maybe he's a bit better with having a partner up there in terms of Martinez as well. I don't think Martinez would be as good up top on his own. All about getting the best out of the players in certain systems.
Brozovic sold Lukaku short with that ball. Hummels to Hazard. Goetze, Witsel. Inter quite happy for Dortmund to have the ball there. Witsel. Schultz tore past Hazard but was ignored. The 19-year-old's reputation is preceding him now. In Europe and in the Bundesliga, he's gone, all told, 6 games without a goal at the moment, which is a pretty barren run by his standards of the last season and a half or so.
Well, he's top drawer, absolutely. Only way to negate top players is just pressure. Put them under pressure. Don't allow them to get the head up and pick a pass. He's brilliant at it.
Hakimi. Sancho. Bit of a lunge in, just stopped himself, Barella. Nice take from Hazard, couldn't get past De Vrij. That looked a pretty good challenge for me by Vecino. A few squeals from the Dortmund fans, not players.
Now they're probably just moving the ball a bit too slow, Borussia Dortmund, allowing Inter to get that shape which Conte loves defensively.
It's interesting that, Owen, because that's exactly what Lucien Favre said about his team's performance against Wolfsburg at the weekend. First half, too slow.
Well, I think the pace of this game suits Inter. It's being played at their speed.
Skriniar back to Handanovic. Weigl. As usual on BT Sport, it's a big week of European action, and the Europa League starts early tomorrow. Arsenal playing on the Wednesday away to Victoria Guimarães from 3:30 in the afternoon on BT Sport 2, followed immediately by Champions League action as Spurs go to Red Star Belgrade. That could be a pivotal game. And then on BT Sport 3 tomorrow evening, Manchester City travel to the San Siro to play Atalanta, having hit 5 past them a couple of weeks ago. And as I mentioned earlier, on Saturday, 5:15 BT Sport 1, Der Klassiker. A chance to watch Borussia Dortmund once again as they go to Owen's team, Bayern Munich. Managerless Bayern Munich, Hans-Dieter Flick in temporary charge. For a change, those two sides playing each other without either being on top of the table. It's Borussia Mönchengladbach who sit there. Maybe this is the season for the winds of change in the Bundesliga. Nothing Marco Reus can do tonight to change this game.
They would have had 3 false nines on the pitch if he would have been playing. As good as he is, when he's fit, he is brilliant.
Up towards a genuine 9. Lukaku, who's nodded it back beautifully to Martinez. That's a waste of a good position, or was it deflected? It was. Candreva did get the touch. It's going to be a corner for Inter. They get a second goal, and it could be good to knock Dortmund tonight. Lucien Favre has been scribbling furiously ever since his team went a goal behind.
I think everybody in the Premier League talks about, managers' philosophies and styles of play. How quickly Antonio Conte can implement that style on his team.
Any team.
It's very impressive, I must say.
Candreva in. Missed by everybody. Back in from Biragi. There's still a considerable Inter presence. Lukaku, bigger presence than anyone in there. Blocked and away.
Think about how inconsistent of a yo-yo team Inter have been over the last years. The stability Conte brings with his style of play.
Lukaku. There's nobody in the turquoise change strip of Inter able to get onto that. Don't look quite the same when they're not in the blue and black stripes. Hakimi. He's done brilliantly, and he was being fouled by Skriniar, who is going to get a yellow card.
I think Hakimi's trying his best to get all the Inter defenders a yellow card. He's just too quick for everyone. Skriniar knew exactly he was in trouble, and that's why you foul before they get into the box.
He looked helpless there, didn't he?
Well, I think Hakimi makes everybody look helpless at times. He's just too quick, and that's the thing, he surprises people.
And that's both defenders on that side of the field on a booking. Torgan Hazard on the free kick. It's just a little chip. And they were all waiting for it.
It's actually great to see the way they cheer each other on. Just such a simple header from a wide free kick. And Godin cheering on his teammate.
Hazard. Another one is met by an Inter head first. This time the knot of Stefan de Vrij. Played back in by Weigl. Offside is the verdict. Mario Götze was the man offside. Only just if he was at all.
Yeah, just. I think at times that false nine position has worked well for Götze. I think pace-wise he doesn't suit the wide positions, but he's more of a 10 for me.
Here's Witsel. He's fired it into the feet of Sancho. Oh, Sancho had a good idea there, but Brandt was just moving the other way.
But exactly that pass from Witsel doesn't allow Inter to get settled. Just got to speed it up.
Witsel's onto it once more. Biragi. It's an Inter Milan throw. Couldn't be more Italian as a coach, Antonio Conte. He just spreads an infectious love of defending throughout every one of his team. Love his Italian turn of phrase as well. After the 2-1 win at Bologna on Saturday, thanks to a late Lukaku winner, he said about how pleased he was with his team showing inner strength. He said he wants to see his side emerge with a shirt soaked through sweat. Sounds better in Italian.
Well, you see him there encouraging the players. He's looking, basically they get into the shape. And if there's a pass, a poor one, there's a trigger to go and press. He literally encourages every moment in the game.
He still plays the game, doesn't he?
I think if you're a player, it'd be super annoying, to be honest with you. But he gets results, and that's what you have to respect. The attacking players won't like being told to press every 10 seconds. But if you don't do it, you won't play. And that's why Icardi's not there.
Bit of a response from Lucien Favre, who's a little less demonstrative usually, but he's up barking instructions now. Kandreva, defended by Hummels. Dortmund players looking at one another here, but Brandt has managed to pass the ball to Weigl, and Weigl's shifted it away to Sancho. And if they're going to go, they've got to go quickly. Nobody more rapid than Hakimi. Too close to Handanovic, though. Far too close.
But at least if the first ball is direct and up the pitch, there are spaces. That is a bit better. Just that final ball's been poor. Too easy for Handanovic. But they look good, Hakimi, Sancho together. Not getting enough from Hazard, Brandt, Götze. I think they need a focal point, Dortmund.
They do have Paco Alcácer on the bench tonight. Not exactly a target man, but he started this. Apology of Skriniar is accepted by the rest of his defenders.
I think that's why Conte's teams play the way they do, is to minimise mistakes at times. That will upset the manager. In possession, Skriniar knew straight away.
Martinez down.
His overall game is so good, Martinez.
I don't like to see that. He's calling for a card, I think, here. That's not his concern. He's got the free kick. Just got under Bologna's skin at the weekend. It was his fall in the box that earned the late penalty that Lukaku scored to win the game. So, had to be accurate. Listen to the noise at seeing that pass go astray. That was poor from Brandt.
Well, in the final areas, the final ball has been poor. You think about all the attacking threat they have on there. Brandt, Götze, Hazard, Sancho. That's what they're there for that final ball. Inter's has been good.
Brozovic did really well to find Biragi there. The cross wasn't bad either, just Dortmund had players stationed in the right places. Now they have a throw. Biragi's on loan from Fiorentina. Technically it's his third spell with Inter. Didn't make inroads into the first team in either of the first two.
Talk about loans. I mean, you think about the players that Real Madrid have on loan around the world. Quite remarkable, really. Hakimi, Ødegaard, Ceballos, top players.
Rather surprised that Hakimi was allowed another season at Dortmund. Handball was the home shout there as Martinez carried on with his business anyway. Danny McKaylee is just losing patience with players on both sides trying to referee the game themselves. It's as clear as you're likely to see in any game, though.
I've been impressed with him so far. He's definitely as good as advertised. Not sure what we were thinking there, to be fair.
If he's going to do stuff like that, then divish is one thing, annoying-ish would be the other.
He did a good job, the referee, Danny McKaylee, just dealt with it efficiently. Move on.
He's only 36, the Dutch official, but he's a familiar name on the circuit at the top level. Remember at the last World Cup, he seemed to get VAR duties more than anybody else. Here's Schultz. Godin, not only just Vecino it was, and now there's Lukaku. Holding off Witsel. This is Barella. This is Biragi. Brozovic. Going to have to find another route through. Referee's happy for Dortmund to get on with it, and Brandt misplaced another relatively simple-looking pass.
Fans are definitely not happy. He's better than that, Julian Brandt. That's a pass lacking confidence.
Just didn't seem to strike it.
He just didn't believe in it at all. Inter looks so in control.
There's Hummels. Hazard, Vecino's all over him. No free kick for the home team, though. Godin. Candreva all the way across to Biragi. Brozovic. De Vrij.
But these Dortmund fans, they're good. They know when a team comes here and they're better and they're in control. It's an impressive first half from Inter, it really is.
Are you saying that from first-hand experience? of being in control.
Yeah, but
away to Dortmund.
No, but in that sense, you're right. In that sense, Dortmund fans hold their hands up and respect good teams. I've seen so many great teams, great players along the years. They just look a bit naive, Dortmund, this one.
It is a young Borussia Dortmund side, by and large. The likes of Hummels, the odd exception. There is Mats Hummels. Just had to be quick. Martinez doesn't give you a moment. Götze.
And I think his overall game is better than Icardi's. He's had a couple switches of play. Really good. And he's a goal scorer, good finisher. Icardi, finishing-wise, he's up there with everyone. It's in his overall game, it's just a bit more well-rounded.
He's only 22.
I think everybody's going to want Martinez.
Brandt can't misplace another pass. Schultz. Götze calling for the ball.
See this, it's too slow.
Hakimi. Götze. Sancho. Schultz. Cleared by Barella. It's Lukaku doing some defending.
Yeah, once they get those, it's virtually defending with 8 at times. They're happy with that shape. They'll let you have this now. And if you don't get any forward runners, forward passing.
Schultz in, connect. Well, a little bit of fight shown by Borussia Dortmund in the closing stages of the half, but it's been a half that has belonged to Inter Milan.
That's where he wants to be, good in that number 10 position. Good forward run from Hazard. Maybe just takes his eye off. They're worried about Handanovic coming out. Handanovic has been top drawer in that first half as well, as Martinez has as well.
2 stunning goals scored by one of the best counter-attacking teams in Europe, Lautaro Martinez, Vecino, and at half-time it's Borussia Dortmund 0, Inter 2.